Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So Aquarius, this is the last reading I'm going to be doing before I go on holiday. There are 2 weeks of pre-recordeds that are already up and ready to go. So I'm feeling kind of like, I don't know. I felt very strongly that I needed to do messages this week about how you can empower yourself. How to empower yourself. I don't want to give too much away about sort of the energy coming through in the next 2 weeks after this week, because I've already done those readings. But I felt really strongly about doing messages about empowerment for people. So specifically the messages that I'm asking for this week and today, right now for you, are how can you find power in your life? So there might be parts of your life right now that you are not feeling empowered in, or you are feeling stuck in, or you don't have much control in. So how do you try to find the power in your life, right? Because if there's things that you're stuck in, or you can't make decisions on, or things that are outside of your control, you really don't have power in that. And that can maybe sometimes make you feel sort of defeated. So where can you find like victory, right? Your power, how to find empowerment. The Four of Coins, interesting. So the Four of Coins, it kind of feels like maybe the one thing that you sort of feel like you could have control on in your life right now are your finances, or at least hanging on to what it is that you do have. The three-dimensional aspects of your life, what is yours that you can hold? What, like, you have direct control of in your world, in your life right now? If you look at this box, like, this person owns that box. This person has the key around their neck. They're just kind of like showing you, see? I'm going to put it back in here and I'm going to keep it safe. So there's something too about keeping something safe for yourself. Keeping something locked up for yourself here. You don't need to necessarily share it with others, but you could. You could share it with others in terms of just allowing them to observe it a little bit and then put it away. And, you know, maybe this is another part of yourself. But being coins or pentacles, it does feel a lot like your finances, your money, saving something. Maybe you feel like there's some sort of a change coming in your life. Maybe that changes work, or maybe that changes home. Maybe that changes renovations. Like, who knows where it is, but it's something to do with your physical life that has to do with money. You don't know where that's going. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. But with this Four of Coins, if you plan now by having control, thinking about how much you need to keep close to you, you are actually planning for that unknown that might be a mystery to you. I'm keeping the cards simple this week. I'm keeping them really simple because I feel to help you guys kind of empower yourselves, I want to keep the message very streamlined and focused. So I'm trying to get as much out of each card as I can. I'm using the Tarot of Dreams, this one, and then I'm using the Millennial Thoth deck as well. And there's a ton of stuff. There's a ton of visual information that does come through in these cards. This is very Capricorn, right? Because this is very Capricorn energy, which is the sign that leads into your sign too, which is asking you to sort of take on a very grounded, to find to empower yourself right now is to be very grounded in what you can control in your three-dimensional. Because it kind of feels like there's things in your three-dimensional that are heading towards an area of fogginess, of it's not clear how that's going to turn out or where you're going to end up. But this is preparing you for that. This is actually kind of paving the road for that. So you can find empowerment in saying, I don't know if this job change is going to happen, or I don't know if I'm going to get a job. I don't know if I'm going to move. I don't know if I'm going to find the house that I want, or if I can afford the renovations that I'd really like to do. Whatever it is for you, if I can afford to travel, right? Like there's something here. By hanging on to what you have now, and little bits of what you get right now, you are prepared, you are strengthening yourself in this area of your life. So let's see what the Millennium Thoth deck, one card out of there as well. Aquarius. Empowering Aquarius. Empowering Aquarius. Wow, the Two of Pentacles. This card has the sun and the moon. It's what you're doing. The only way to get to the sun for you right now, if this message is resonating, is to go through the unknown first. You're going to have to go there. So there's something here. I'm really feeling that. I'm really sensing that for you, that there's some sort of unknown in terms of work or home, something that plays a major aspect in your existence, in your stability. And you somehow feel an approach of unknown down the road with this. And you are heading towards the sun. Like you are heading towards clearer days, better understanding of your situation. It's like you are, like if you look at this snake, you're on this infinite cycle here. And I kind of feel like you're sort of down in here. You're sort of down in here, and you know you've got to go around this unknown area. But once you do, you hit the cusp, and then you move into clarity. And then, you know, we're always going back and forth. And this is slow, like, you know, this is a very slow. And I want to say too, things speed up at different points. Like you could go through a sun period really quick. You could go through a moon period really quick. And then this one could get quite slow again. But it is definitely the unknown. You're going, there's almost like, I feel like there's no way to avoid this unknown. You're heading towards this unknown aspect in your life. Something that would provide you with stability, reassurance, feeling like safe too, right? I mean, if you don't know where you're going to live or where you're going to work in a few years, or you feel that change coming up and you're not sure where it's going to go, like you can feel a little bit like, right? Because this is supposed to empower you. So you can feel a little insecure, or you can be kind of worried, or you can focus on that worry. So here is just to know you are going into the unknown. It feels like it isn't something that you can avoid, but to get into this unknown, it is leading you to your wish fulfillment. It's leading you to happiness and abundance. To prepare for that unknown right now is to hang on to what you can. Hang on to what you can and to plan for it. Like, let's say you're imagining, okay, let's say you do want to change your job, and you have to look at what your expenses are and how much money you're bringing in now. And then you have to say, okay, if I'm going to change this job, or if you want to re-educate yourself, then you need some time. You need a cushion, correct? You need a cushion to pay those bills while you're not working. So that's kind of like that energy. Or if you're thinking to yourself, I think I'm going to move. I think I want to buy a house, or I want to rent a new place here. Whatever that is for you. Maybe part of the unknown is you don't know where you're going to go, or where you're going to end up. But just think about what you have coming in now. And what do they say it is? I think your household expenses, it's like 30 or 35%, shouldn't exceed that of your income or something like that. So like you can look at that. It's like, okay, what do I need to save up as I move forward? I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I still, if I can lay my own little foundation here, that's kind of what you're doing. You're laying your own little foundation to pave yourself into the unknown. You're going into the unknown. And this is how to strengthen you. And I feel like you feel that. You feel like you're going into the unknown, that you're approaching you feel, perhaps, I feel it for you, that you know that you have to go into this unknown to get to the sun. And that makes a lot of sense. Because if you're in a situation right now that isn't wish fulfillment, we always have to take some sort of chance moving forward, whether that is putting a resume out to somewhere different, going for some interviews, putting yourself out there. You don't know how it's going to end up. That's the unknown. So you need to do that. You're going to go through the unknown. And so I was serious and I said, I'm keeping this like really short. And I'm not keeping it short just to keep the message short. I want to make it very clear. I want to keep it very, very clear this week. As I get ready to, I feel like leave you all. Sorry, I had Palo Santo going in now. The ashes are all over the place. You will still get messages, and I kind of know what's coming up. But you can even come back to this. I just think about this message. This is a clear message just for you as you are moving forward into the unknown. And you have to. At some point you will. Whether the universe will nudge you or you'll take the actions yourself to move into the unknown, because you realize that your wish fulfillment is on the other side of the unknown. Oh, jeez. Aquarius. You guys. This is the Return of Spirit deck. Were you guys naughty the last time I used this deck? Like, come on, I'm not going to use this deck. You're supposed to be serious. Oh, Aquarius, 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 Aquarius. You know, I'm going to try to look for the deeper message in this card. I get the heart chakra and I get the base chakra. Okay, I get green and red. I get the heart chakra and I get the base chakra from this card, my aqua babies. The 2 points coming together, the heart and the base. Now the base chakra could be associated with sexuality, with stamina, with strength, fortitude, because that is also what you're trying to ground here, right? Like, don't you throw me off here. This is a serious reading. Be serious here. And in the heart, it's combining the two. So I do want to say, I'm really trying to keep this track. Aquarius, don't feel bad. So the Four of Coins is about, as I said, you're creating that little tiny foundation of what you have control of in this big aspect of the unknown. It's what you have control of in this big aspect of the unknown. And that is very grounding, right? That is very grounding. And that is your base, your first chakra, is being very grounded in the here and now, in the three-dimensional. Because the three-dimensional is the part of your life that feels kind of unknown. And because we have the green, the heart chakra, and isn't that interesting? There's like, this person is wearing green and red too, right? And those are also complementary colors. Those are the two complementary colors to each other, green and red. So this is very complementary. And perhaps maybe down the road, you're going to have some kind of connection with someone that is probably got a lot of chemistry, probably has a ton of chemistry for the card to be coming out, like physical chemistry, spiritual chemistry, but it is aligning. I'm really getting like it's aligning the heart chakra. There's a lot more green than red in this card. So whatever foundation you're trying to create right now is leading you towards, like, it might feel very monetary, very mundane, the actions that you're taking right now. But down the road, because it is wish fulfillment, and you know, I think for most people, wish fulfillment isn't just going to be, oh, I have a nice place and everything is good. And then, like, you want to meet, like, I like some of my favorite words, kindred spirits. You don't hear that much anymore. But like kindred spirits, soulmates, people that you really connect with. And, well, one of them might be romantic because you have this card here. But first, we need to do a little bit of the mundane. A little bit of the mundane, because it's going to make you feel empowered. It's going to give you some control over how things are proceeding for you. Aquarius. I'm going to look at the bottoms. You got integrity in the bottom. Yeah, don't wreck my integrity. I'm trying to be like so serious. But no, integrity too. This is, you are strengthening the integrity around your own situation. Correct? That's what this is about. That's what this week is about for me, for you guys, is strengthening. Ooh, the Knight of Wands. This guy is great. This Knight, I really want to change the whole perspective on the Knight of Wands. If the, you know, and there's a lot of cards in the tarot I would like to do that with. It's kind of like putting labels on things where labels are not necessarily deserved. So the Knight of Wands is too often depicted as a player card. I don't know who came up with that. I've actually never even read that in any of the books for any of my tarot cards. One of the really great ways I like to see this Knight described is this is someone who's really driven by their passion, their desire, what they want. They want to go for it, whatever that is. And it doesn't have to be sexual, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. It's just knowing that sometimes it's worth taking a little risk for a big return. And that is, I think, one of the strongest messages we can get with the Knight of Wands, because it's not quite as fast as the Knight of Swords, which, you know, you might get there before everyone else with the Knight of Swords energy, but it might not work out, or you might hit it too hard. This is just taking a little bit of time to look both ways before you cross the street, but still have that Knight of Swords energy behind you. But that desire and that passion is fueling you. So let's give that guy a little bit of it. Oh, and the Four of Wands. Look at that. You have 2 fours. It's interesting. So you are really going, you are in a situation right now to help create 3-dimensional stability and balance for yourself. And going forward with the Four of Wands, well, with your sexuality, maybe. This is also opening the gates to something wonderful. Because it takes a lot of guts to just go into the unknown. You know, I say like it's kind of your choice. At some point the universe might nudge you. Or, you know, you're just going to take the initiative and I'm going into the unknown here. I feel, Aquarius, I feel a little bit more like you guys would kind of do that. You would kind of go into this unknown. But with the Four of Wands, it's opening, it's almost like showing you, once you start coming through the unknown, you start walking into this different aspect of stability and balance. The Four of Wands is celebrating. It's a celebration, and it's a little bit like the universe, the angels are celebrating you. They're opening up this gate, getting ready for you to approach it. When I see doors and gates in any sort of tarot cards, oracle cards, I always find it interesting to see at what point the doors are open or closed or wide open, whatever it is. These big doors have started to open. And by continuing to empower yourself with, you know, the message that's come through up to this point, it's caused these gates to start to open up because you're starting to go towards that path. And I like to think that as you approach this gate, the gates open up. So by the time you get there, the gates are wide open as you are there to receive it, as you are there to step through it. So your wish fulfillment is actually already starting to become something. It's already starting to be produced as you get ready to go into the unknown. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. That's what I'm doing this week. So thank you, Aquarius. Thank you for, guys, it's so bad. All right, until next time. Yeah, I won't see you guys for a while, but I'll be back. I will be back. I have to come back. Yeah, I have to come back. It's too bad. If the internet was better up where I'm going, I probably would have come back, to be honest. All right. Take care, guys. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.